Dr. Heresey thinking? Coming out and getting in the face.
Why are you worried about what Dr. Heresey's doing when you're stealing my mic and camera time, Aaron Royal?
Let me tell you something, Ron Neimi. Aaron Royal finally gets his shot here on IPW Weekly Recap. No Bobby Rogers coming in this week. I'm taking over the show, and there's nothing that Ron Neimi...
Yeah, I thought you'd see things my way, Aaron Royal. I thought you would realize that the hardcore giant Ron Neimi and 911 Incorporated decides what goes on his television show each and every week. There's been people that have been upsetting the wrong people in IPW. The heavenly bodies, they decide to return and get in the face of you and your brother. What the hell are they thinking?
Neimi, I get back from Puerto Rico, and the NWA champs, the heavenly bodies, are back in town. Last time I heard, they were wrestling in some sand pit.
The heavenly bodies, they represent the NWA as the World Tag Team Champions. Mike and Todd Shane, along with the hardcore giant Ron Neimi, we will soon own those titles.
And now it's time for our main event, fans. I kind of hinted at it earlier. Here you see the challenger coming out. He's led to the ring by the Canadian Bacon, Pat Powers. He's the former IPW television champion, Pat McGroin. And coming out soon is going to be the man you saw here in our last segment, getting into the business of Devin, Nash, and Juan DeSanto. He's your IPW television champion for quite a while now, and quite a fan favorite. Here he comes, Dr. Heresey.
You think Dr. Heresey would have enough problems defending the belt against Pat McGroin? He's been running around the entire country defending that IPW television title. He's defended against Adam Booker up in the Northeast. He's defended against Orion all over the place. When he's down here, he's defending that belt proudly. But you gotta question the thinking. Why does he come out and get in the face of Devin Nash and get in the business of Juan DeSanto? This TV title situation is becoming a big mess.
It sure is, Ron Neimi. As we've seen in the past here in IPW Weekly Recap, right from the beginning, that IPW television title, highly sought after, and will make friends into enemies very, very quickly. You even had Pat McGroin and Pat Powers, best friends here at IPW, almost going at each other for a while over that very same belt.
Pat Powers, the Mullet Richie Rich, Juan DeSanto, Devin Nash, everybody wants a shot at the TV title. How many other promotions got a referee that thinks what a wicked kick by your TV champion. He's going for the Russian leg sweep. Pat McGroin's got the presence of mind right there to block the maneuver. He still ends up getting taken down, but not with the full force on his neck. Good thinking by Pat McGroin.
Very good thinking there. Not very good thinking by Dr. Heresey. He sees Pat Powers standing right there, and he runs dead into him and gets hit from behind for his troubles. Now Pat Powers distracted. Dr. Heresey then able to get the advantage on Pat McGroin, and here he comes back saying, "Don't hit me in the back, brother. I'll pop you in the face with a left hook."
That's exactly what he said. I read the transcript after the show. Dr. Heresey doesn't like Pat Powers, and he sure as hell doesn't like Pat McGroin. But the fans of IPW absolutely love Dr. Heresey, who just gets his face knocked into the third row by a big boot by Pat McGroin.
I tell you, and I thought a big clothesline was coming afterwards, but Dr. Heresey must have studied his tapes as he got out of the way, but could not get out of the way for that powerbomb type maneuver right there. And now the champion is down, but Pat McGroin, he seems worse for wear also. Neither man able to get up and try to get a pinfall.
We've already mentioned June 15th at the Chain of Lakes Civic Center in Winter Haven. Gonna be a huge night. June 21st at the Florida WrestlePlex. Pat Powers looking again. Always taking the shortcut, looking to help his man win this IPW TV title. On June 21st at the Florida WrestlePlex, we've got a fan appreciation 2-for-1 night. Some idiots decided to come into our home territory, decided to come into our backyard and thought they were going to run some third-rate Bush League show. The truth is, the only wrestling in this area is right at the Florida WrestlePlex. You bring your $5 to the WrestlePlex on June 21st, that's going to get you into the building. I highly recommend everybody get their tickets ahead of time by coming to the WrestlePlex or by calling 727-526-6778 or by visiting IPW-hardcore.com. You will see Pat McGroin, you will see Pat Powers, and you'll see the hardcore giant Ron Neimi for only $5, Aaron.
Wow, only $5 to see Ron Neimi. How can you beat a deal like that? Oh, nice, snaps his neck there. And Dr. Heresey, this might be the most trouble I've seen him in since he won that IPW television title. And we talked about how he just came out during that last match with Hold on, 2 count. Oh, thought maybe we have a new champion there, but not quite. Dr. Heresey able to kick out. What people don't realize that weren't in Crystal River is Dr. Heresey and Devin Nash had a hell of a match for that TV title down there in Crystal River. Dr. Heresey upsetting Devin Nash so bad, he even got in the face of some fans, which you never see a guy like Devin Nash do.
Absolutely never see anything like that. He actually slapped a fan right across the face, and there's the mullet interjecting himself once again. Not enough, mullet. You and your buddy Dr. Heresey are going to have to do better than that. Wow, wicked clothesline by Pat McGroin. Somebody seems to be getting in the business of Devin Nash, though. Right as he seems to be getting back into contention for this IPW TV title, who does he got to face at the Chain of Lakes Civic Center in Winter Haven? He's got to face the original Dudley, back from the World Extreme Cup in Big Japan Pro Wrestling. He's got to go through the original Dudley to get a television title match. Aaron, I don't know who the hell it is that handles the booking here. I don't know. What can I say? Something's going on.
Yeah, we all know what's going on there, Ron Neimi. But what I'm really surprised about during this match is you haven't been tearing in to the Pats a little bit more than that. Pat McGroin and Pat Powers are part of the professionals. They, along with Rod Steele, brought in those old NWA Florida guys, the Heavenly Bodies. I'm sure they had something to do with Lex Lovett coming in as well. I know you can't be too happy about that.
I'm not too happy about a lot of things that are going on in IPW. Mr. Peskin, he's gone by the wayside. I can't even say I won that feud. He quit before we could destroy him. There's a lot of rumblings that Pat McGroin, Pat Powers, and Rod Steele and ODD are talking about going their separate ways. But as it stands right now, the professionals are still one cohesive unit. They still operate as a well-oiled machine. As you see Pat McGroin, what's the problem with the IPW roster not hooking the legs? This is for the IPW TV title, Pat McGroin. You've held that strap before. Show some respect, hook the leg, and maybe you'll be a champion. And he dumps him, like you said, Aaron, like a sack of russet potatoes.
I didn't say russet, but good for you to get in the extra plug anyways. I tell you, Pat McGroin, that was one of the laziest covers I've seen him do or anybody do here in IPW. That's not like Pat McGroin. I don't think his mind is on this match necessarily.
He hits, he doesn't hit. He misses him by about 10 yards. Come on, Pat McGroin. Obviously, he needs to be wearing some bifocals out there because he can't see where Dr. Heresey is. He barely had to roll out of the way, and Pat McGroin overshoots him by about 3 furlongs.
I tell you, Pat McGroin, he's blocking, or was blocking those punches by Dr. Heresey, but with a weakened right arm, wasn't able to fire any back, and eventually Dr. Heresey got the shots in there, and Pat McGroin is in trouble.
I gotta get in a plug right now. I gotta get in a plug for the greatest tag team on the independent scene. Oh my God, forget it. He gets crotched. Was that the mullet? Was that Pat Powers? Who was it?
I don't know, but ironically, he just fell on his McGroin.
Oh my God, that's coincidence? I think not.
I don't think so. Lots of tomfoolery and chicanery going on here in this match. Oh, look at that. That's a Ron Neimi move if I ever saw one.
I've never put anybody into my bosom, except for maybe once or twice.
I was talking about putting your head in another guy's bosom, but right now we need to talk about who's got the worst for wear of this match. These guys are literally beating all to hell from each other. Two of the longest running TV champions we've had. Oh, and a big boot right to the face. And look, this is the guy we're talking about, Devin Nash. And why is he holding the TV title?
Devin Nash says if I can't win the title, I'll just steal it. He's a crook. He's a thief. And oh yeah, I forgot, I kind of like that guy. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah, you say he's your best friend because you want his help against guys like the Heavenly Bodies, against guys like the Professionals, against guys like ODD. Oh, look at that. He just knocks down Pat Powers.
Is there
his own tag
dissension?
team partner. What he's saying is, leave me alone, brother. I can take care of Devin Nash by myself. But obviously he can't. 1, 2. Oh, that was a 3 count. It was a little ahead of me. Fans, you're still your champion. Dr. Heresey, Devin Nash in the mix. Fans, we'll see you next week. All right, now you're sure they're gone? You're sure? All right, let's get this thing rolling. You're damn right. You see, Ron Neimi and Mike Shane took off once they saw Aaron Royal was going to close out this show, and there was nothing that either one of them could do about it. But fans, that doesn't take away from the great main event you just saw. Dr. Heresey successfully defending that television title against Pat McGroin. But Dr. Heresey, Devin Nash is waiting in the wings for you, big man. And fans, come out to Winter Haven tomorrow night. That's June the 15th. We've got a reverse battle royal going on in our debut there, and that's just crazy. And then Fan Appreciation Night, June the 21st, right back here at the WrestlePlex. It's half price. $5 gets you in the door for all the great IPW wrestling action. Fans, if he's lucky, I might let Ron Neimi come back and join me next week. But most likely, I'll just take over the show all by myself one more time.